standard dodgeball rules. Throw a ball, hit an opponent, he's out. If the targeted opponent catches it, you're out. 5-on-5 for the first 2 games. If we need a third game to decide it, we're going to go 6-on-6. Epic Pro Bowl dodgeball presented by Old Spice. Game number 1 with Russell Wilson.
Hello.
And the NFC against Lamar Jackson.
Hello.
And the AFC.
I'm here.
How's it going, man? Good race.
Oh,
Good.
Minkah Fitzpatrick is out. A lot of finger pointing, but you saw Minkah get tagged there.
Got a nice dodgeball kickoff here.
Yeah, I see that. It's cool.
I mean, we got 4 reps out there.
Couldn't find any like actual intro material, so I was like, hey, let's take one of the skills challenges.
That works.
Sure does.
See that shot by Cordero Patterson.
Also, yeah, that race was wild, dude. Like, there were so many wrecks.
Yeah, there's so much, only so much I could tell from what I can see. So I usually watch it back. Like, later tonight, I'll watch it and see what.
Yeah, especially early. Like that one turn, the one that's like a quick right, quick left.
So now the
Like
NFC.
that was
There's a bunch of those, but yeah, that I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, the one specific one. Yeah.
This is where you got to show
So,
teamwork.
I don't know if they talked about it, but like the wall on that corner, the outside wall, is called Wall of Champions. Because like so many like world champions, this is a Formula 1 track. Like if you get that corner wrong and you go in too hot, like you just hit that wall and you're fucked. So
That makes sense. I mean, so the early drive-through by Ian, he mentioned that like this wall's really thick, and if you hit it, you're screwed, basically.
yeah, it's just like it's a little bit harder in these cars to go fast enough to carry yourself in there, but people still do it all the time. Because you have to, like, if you kick that corner too slow, it like fucks. Like, you can gain a lot of time there if you like pretty much ride over the curbs and then you crash.
Totally.
I'm not sure what Russell was doing there. Maybe it was the
Oh,
shades.
Russ,
He's
what
got
are you
one
doing?
ball. Come on, Russ.
Oh,
You know
and
it's
then
bad when
here's
Booger
Darius
can light you
Slay.
up.
He was the last man standing, and it went right through his hands.
MVP right here. The whole team by itself.
So Cam Hayward of the Steelers has now put the AFC in prime position to win this whole skill
Comically, we got a pretty big
as we
overlap
get to
with
game
this
2 of Epic
Pro Bowl
Bowl
roster, at least on the
dodgeball
defensive
presented by
side.
Old Spice.
Maybe not so much on the
Kirk
offensive
Cousins
side.
is going to lead that group of 5 for the NFC, and you
Good.
see Deshaun Watson and company for the AFC.
We do have Russell
Must-win
Wilson, though,
situation
so we got that.
for the
We got that,
NFC
which is
to
nice.
stay alive and force a third game of dodgeball.
Stay back, stay back.
And after the showing from Cam Hayward, I'm really interested to see how Quentin Nelson performs. What's going to be his strategy?
Big lineman for the Colts. He's laying back right now. You see him against that back line. There's Devontae Adams, who was willing to come forward there for the NFC. See Deshaun on the near side of your screen. Nick Chubb, Stephon Gilmore also in there.
Oh, I think this is the one
for
where
the
Quentin Nelson
AFC.
just gets hit in the face real bad.
And there's our first out.
After he hit someone in the dick, so I guess
As
he
we
earned
will
it.
wave goodbye to Dalvin Cook. And then Deshaun Watson is being told
Sure, it doesn't hurt
he
that
is
bad.
out after
dick
that
or the
last
face?
sequence.
That's an early surprise with Watson going out.
Sure is. So that leaves Kirk Cousins as the lone quarterback still in right now. Must win for the NFC. See Quentin Nelson. He went up to throw. He lost the ball.
Oh, come on, big fella.
Big guy tried to fire, and there was no ball in his hand.
Which team is going to get a little teamwork going, a little 2-on-1, try to knock some of these guys out?
And now there's Nelson with his hat knocked off as Stephon Gilmore and Quentin Nelson both out. It is Nick Chubb and
The
Jarvis
fucking After
Landry.
Effects. That's great.
The only 2 remaining for the
Oh,
NFC.
God.
It's 4 against 2.
They really gave it to me.
NFC. As Landry gives up the balls. I mean, he's going to sit back here and say, I'll rely on my hands. And he does so. And again.
Jesus, Jarvis.
How about that from
That's like the
Jarvis
ultimate hubris
Landry?
move playing, like working
This is
out.
a one sequence. He gets rid
Yeah,
of 2
catching the ball,
opponents.
dropping it, catching another one.
Yeah, he's like, oh, let me just
So now
flex on him.
Chubb
Okay,
and
now I have
Landry.
flexed.
Opposite
I mean, they
Jalen
use the
Smith
receiver
of the
glove, so it's a little
Cowboys
bit cheap.
and Davante
True.
Adams
But I mean,
of
that's
the
kind of how it is in the NFL, too, so
And if you're the NFC, you want to make Landry throw.
Yeah.
Landry is
you really want to
And-
play that game.
just catching every ball.
He gets paid millions of dollars to catch balls, so he should be good at it.
Right, yeah, exactly.
It's 2-on-1 as Nick Chubb
That's
is
on the
out.
other
So
team
it
for,
comes
you know,
down to Jarvis
not thinking about that
Landry
in the moment.
as the last man standing for the AFC. The NFC.
You gotta work together. You got a high low.
Who's this, Devontae and-
strategy.
Is that
NFC
54
wins right here, and they force a
Panthers?
third
Shaq
game.
Thompson? Is that who that is?
Landry,
Yeah, I'm not sure.
what will he come up with? And they are saying now that that was a midline cross. So Davante Adams is out. It's down to
goodbye,
Jalen
Devontae.
Smith and Jarvis Landry.
Oh, Jalen Smith. That's
he's
Cowboys.
out too.
Yeah, okay.
What a catch by Landry. And they
Landry
win
just
it on
catches it
that.
to do
The
it.
AFC, thanks to Jarvis Landry, will take the Pro Bowl skills showdown.
Landry's been great in this event. How about that back-to-back catches? And then he's staring at him. And then the final out. Oh, drop it in the hands there.
He had two balls in his hands. He drops both and catches the ball to win it, ousting Jalen Smith. Winning trophy already in the hands of Terrell Davis. Lisa.
Thank you, Tess. Jarvis, I'm going to start with you. Tell me about that game-winning dodgeball catch that you made.
Yeah, I figured the best thing for me was to do is catch the balls and not throw them. So that's what I did, and it worked out.
And guys, why is it that you grown men love playing dodgeball so much?
It's a great team sport, a lot of strategy, and it's a whole lot of fun.
Well, congratulations to you guys.
Thank you very much.
Get that money.
Have a run down here.
Get money.
Well then. Little awkward. Jarvis Landry's not in our All-Star game here, but we're here. Special edition of the 2020 MF Alumni FFL Draft Pick Choice Tournament. We are taking a break from our regular scheduled programming between the third place match between Joe and Jacob, where Joe last second took it home over Jacob with his Vikings versus 49ers matchup. Our Super Bowl will be next week between Adams Chargers and Crayons Titans. But this week, we've got a nice little Pro Bowl special. Let's take a look at the teams. It's every team that's not involved except for the, the few Titans I couldn't get out of there, because with two AFC teams in the Super Bowl, it takes a lot of effort to, set up a franchise mode in Madden. There's no easy way to do this, I promise. But anyway, quarterbacks in the NFC team. So just a quick disclaimer before I go through this lineup. The NFC team, I do have control over the lineup because I set this franchise mode up as the Bears head coach, Matt Nagy. AFC is up to the computer, and I am just SOL on that one. So we're basically playing against Gibby here. The NFC team. So anyway, throughout this tournament, we got 7 AFC teams, 5 NFC teams. 2 of the AFC teams are in the Super Bowl, so it's a nice 5-on-5 matchup. That said, 2 of the teams kind of got shafted. I forget which 2 they were. I think it was Sprite and Colin. That sounds right. They might have some defensive players, but offensively, they're kind of left in the dust here. Anyway, NFC quarterbacks. We got Russell Wilson, Bad Jimmy Garoppolo, and the Saints' Patrick Mahomes. On the AFC side, we got Tom Brady, Drew Brees, and Lamar Jackson. As this goes, we will get Russell Wilson and Mahomes, and we'll get Brady the whole time because I can't change the rosters. But that's exciting, regardless. Running back wise, we got Derrick Henry, Aaron Jones, and Le'Veon Bell on the NFC side, and Joe Mixon, Todd Gurley, Leonard Fournette on the AFC side. Fullback wise, the only one of note here is Kyle Juszczyk on the NFC, Joe's pride and joy on the Minnesota Vikings. Hopefully he's not the new man on the Minnesota Vikings. Wide receiver wise, we got Julio Jones, Michael Thomas, we got Willie Snead and Pierre Garçon, who snuck onto the roster. And then we got Kenny Golladay and Cooper Kupp. We will see mostly the outer 4. So Julio, Thomas, Golladay, and Kupp, since they are teams for players from the user teams. We got Brandon Cooks, Emmanuel Sanders, Sterling Shepard, Adam Thielen, Mike Evans, and AJ Green, all from user teams on the AFC side. But again, can't rotate the rosters, so we'll mostly see these first 3. Tight end wise, we got Darren Waller, Jason Witten, and Hunter Henry on the NFC side. Austin Hooper, not Aaron Hooper. Austin Hooper, OJ Howard, and Jay Hill? Is that Saints guy? I don't know who I'm talking about. Anyway, at least Hooper and Howard on the AFC side. I'm going to scroll through the offensive line and the defensive players a little, just going through them, but it's not really a talking point too much since they're, we haven't really talked about defense at all this time. Just know it's two good defenses. Anyway, kicker-wise, we got Josh Lambo from, is that Vikings? That seems like Joe's team. I think Joe's Josh Lambo and Wego's Greg Zuerlein at kicker. Punter, we got Joe's Britton Colquitt, and there we go. We got a Steeler. We got I forget his first name, but Jay Barry from the Steelers at punter. Kick return wise, we've got DJ Moore and Darrell Henderson. I think Darrell Henderson, is he part of a team? I'm not sure. Is he part of one of our teams? We got to check. You can tell I'm clearly prepared. Henderson. I don't think he is. I think he kind of ended the season as a free agent, so he's probably just a punt return from one of the CPU teams. Probably just still in the Rams, if that's the case. Yep, that's what it kind of looks like. Okay. And then Tevin Coleman and Zach Pascal, both from Rob's Baltimore Ravens on the kick returner, punt returner front. So those are the teams we're working with. Like I said, we'll rotate the NFC team, especially at halftime. And otherwise, we'll see what happens. Sounds like fun. Mic is open. Go ahead and speak, Adam.
Okay.
Okay. He is with me. Hello. Oh, nice. It's giving me the default stills here. So usually in franchise mode, when you play any of the games, they save a couple of the stills from your games, so it's like your players getting tackled and stuff. Notably, this one was all simmed.
Interesting.
So it's all just stock photos and some old Pro Bowl rosters.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the 2020 NFL Pro Bowl on EA Sports. Coming up, the AFC, riding a 3-game winning streak, gets set to take on a hungrier group of rivals from the NFC. I'll check you again at halftime. But for the call of the Pro Bowl, let's hand it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, it's the 47th meeting of the AFC and the NFC as they battle.
Oh yeah, keep those helmets. Michael Thomas in a Bears helmet, Jimmy G in a Bears helmet. That's how you know it's real.
Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, and Charles, it's the Pro Bowl. You never really know what.
So I set this franchise file up as best I could by way of forcing wins for one of our Super Bowl teams and forcing losses for the other one of the Super Bowl teams to try to keep their players out of it. Just because, Pro Bowl is a celebration of the non-Super Bowl teams. There's Darren Waller in a 49ers helmet. Having a moment with, what is that, Russ? That looks like Russ. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're good to go. Alright, quick update to the rosters here, just because I don't want those, non-tournament wide receivers up in here. Oh, Galladay can stay. Cup down, and then we'll put DJ Moore in instead of Garcon. Put him at 5. At halftime, we'll rotate some of these guys up. Probably these 3. Even though DJ Moore came in as a kick returner, that's fine. He is one of the tournament guys. Henry Jones-Bell, I think that's okay. We'll figure that out later if we want to split that up. Again, at halftime, we will switch Russell out for Mahomes. Bad Jimmy can just take a seat. He's just happy to be here. Quick check on kick return. Yeah, Darrell Henderson. Sure. Well, I don't know. Might as well have the one guy. Well, whatever. He earned it. Good for you, Henderson. Let's see. 3rd down running back. Henry probably should not be that guy because that doesn't make sense. So we'll put Le'Veon there. Power-wise, Henry, of course. And then at halftime, we'll get Aaron Jones, a little bit of action going on. Cool. I think otherwise we're good. So let's roll. NFC time. So we'll go to Super Sim. We'll do a quarter at a time.
The crowd is fired up. We're fired up, and we are
Game is live.
in the 2020 Pro Bowl.
Welcome to the
This
Pro
will be
Bowl.
taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out comes the NFC for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims
So Jacobs 49ers, Russell Wilson, getting the nod at QB. They had a strong tournament, ended 4th in the tournament if I'm not mistaken, losing to Joe's Vikings in the semifinals of the whole thing, or in the third place game of the whole thing. A strong finish, a great showing, honestly. That first round bye is very useful, but in total, you know, still a good showing.
Here's the cream of the crop offensively, the starting unit for the NFC.
And since it's a Pro Bowl roster, you can have 11 guys from 11 different teams trying to get on the same page. You know that's no easy feat. So line communication calls, that's big. Audibles, hand signals, you want to make sure everyone is connected so no one gets hurt.
The throw over the middle taken in. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Derrick Henry.
You don't see that every day. A power running back archetype juking someone out of their shoes. Let's go, Derrick Henry.
That was a nice one.
That was a very nice one.
Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
So the Pro Bowl jerseys this year, ugly out of 10. Do you agree? Do you disagree? All right, cool. No, these are the jerseys from the 2019 season, so they are accurate. I didn't love them live. I don't love them now in a video game, but they're what we got, so we'll go with them. I do give appreciation for the fact that EA updated the game with the actual Pro Bowl jerseys. I will say that.
Did they not before?
Probably not. I don't know. The Pro Bowl's been missing from the game for like 5 years. EA knows how to cut features, not enhance them. So.
Well, add them, don't support them for 3 years, and then cut them.
And then cut them. Yeah, exactly. So, it's been gone for a while. This is the first title that the Pro Bowl is back in. So I didn't have high hopes, but they actually did update with the current year's jerseys. Because when they launched, it was last year's jerseys for the Pro Bowl. So it had last year's Pro Bowl jerseys, but it was, you know, the old Pro Bowl jerseys.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one.
NFC marching down the field, no problem here. A nice Russell Wilson from Jacobs 49ers to Michael Thomas of my Bears. And then getting swarmed by a little bit of everything. Steelers, Broncos, what have you. So I was pretty diligent about the skill position players and who could actually get into this Pro Bowl. Ignore that. By way of, yeah, here's a little bit of a featurette on who's here.
And as expected, there's speed and talent everywhere you look on this Pro Bowl roster. Let's keep an eye on the secondary because
Anywho, turns out a lot of the user teams, just by way of forcing wins, made it in here anyway. But I was more diligent with the skill position players in terms of when a player on a non-user team was performing well, they kind of got banished to the new position realm, and therefore were not selected to the Pro Bowl. So we did the best we could. Obviously, nothing's perfect, but pretty happy with the results, truth be told. Great little move there by Le'Veon Bell after the catch.
The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
So when you saw him dump it off to the back, did you think he was going to pick up the first down there?
Well, I knew one thing. It wasn't his primary target. At least it didn't look like it. Turned out to be the play they needed, though, and it's big because
oh, now we got the 360 view of Le'Veon Bell juking out Kyle Van Noy.
Yeah, it certainly appeared like his downfield targets were
covered. Swim move.
Threw a little dump off to his back.
That's some Jacob on gimme action right there. Right.
Opening drive, keep those chains moving.
Now Bell.
Oh, he's done it. Attaboy, Lev. Early touchdown for the NFC All-Stars, Pro Bowlers, whatever you call them.
So the NFC with our first touchdown of the game, and of course we'll probably see some offense in this one. I don't know though that we'll see what we saw in 2013 when the NFC posted 62 points.
You talk about pyrotechnics, that was crazy even for a Pro Bowl. 62 points. I think you wore out your voice in that one talking about all the touchdowns that were scored.
I would love to see 63 or more though, I got to tell you. All about offense in this thing.
Pro Bowl offense. Let's go.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So here comes the AFC for their opening drive. They're led out by a guy who's done just about everything you could ever imagine to do.
Good Lord, 51-4 touchdown interception ratio. Was that real? Is that what he did in 2018?
Maybe in your franchise thing.
Oh, that would make more sense. Because I was like, what the hell? That's literally unreal.
Yeah, he didn't do that much.
Okay, thank God. Alright, well, a bunch of forced wins will do that to anyone, I guess.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Quentin Nelson, as we said, we saw him get hit in the eye in the skills competition earlier. Got a couple Jaguars here, Austin Hooper and Todd Gurley. But otherwise, it's the Patriots show. Team Gibby versus the world.
Gets to the perimeter and can outrun people. Catches the ball not only out of the backfield, but you can split him out just like he would be a receiver. And I think if he wanted to dedicate himself, he'd be an all-pro kick returner.
A look at the starters defensively now for the NFC.
Ha-ha, Clinton Dix attracted a lot of attention when he was about to enter the NFL for his ability.
Oh, that was Darius Slay. Cool, we saw him in dodgeball as well. He didn't do so well.
In the league too.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. And this is away. It's a high
big punt out of the AFC because they're a bunch of cowards. Ball's gonna stop here though. 2-yard line. Oh no. Jordan Berry. That's the J name. Jordan Berry. He's one of those Straya boys. Straya. From the punter academies.
The offense for the NFC back out there, and they will begin with, should we call it, far from
I knew it would come to me eventually.
Field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
And he's upended at the 6 as they double.
Terrible screen pass with a bunch of lucky dice rolls. 3 yards on the play.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line.
I like how Le'Veon was only put as the 3rd down running back, and he's getting more feature than Derrick Henry, who was, slated as the starting running back. But I guess of all people I could preach to, you would be the biggest of the choir here, Adam.
Well, what? I didn't hear you. What was
talking about how the quote-unquote third down running back is getting more play time than the normal running back.
Oh, yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah, so that's what Le'Veon is in this case against Derrick Henry. Obviously, it doesn't matter as much because it's the Pro Bowl, but you're the most intimately familiar with this concept.
Yeah, it screwed me.
Big time.
It'll be a short field ahead as the AFC takes over 1st and 10. Back out is the AFC offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out.
It's absurd how well the Patriots did in this simulation, which makes sense when they were 51-4 touchdown interception ratio. But like Brady, Mixon, Cooks, and Sanders, all is starting like players. I think O.J. Howard, their tight end, is the second tight end. Bonkers.
Blitz coming and down he goes. KJ Wright. The blitz works to perfection.
That play action almost looked like it was going to be real good.
It did. The guys bit on it real hard, and then Brady was just there long enough where they could just turn and get him. So one of my Dynasty League drafts kicked off yesterday. This is a bit of a rebuild project for me, so I had a lot of first rounders. Ooh, that did count. INT, Desmond Trufant. Let's go Falcons. Rise up, Red Sea.
Is that going to get challenged?
Potentially, if they challenge in the Pro Bowl. That looked out of bounds. 1, 2, yeah, the second one was definitely out. If that gets challenged.
All turnovers are reviewed.
Okay.
Usually.
That right foot looked out of bounds. That right foot looked out of bounds. Looks like this ball's going to go off. All right. Well, Madden is on Conair's side. That's what I found out today. Oh, and a face mask. Why not?
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask.
Am I dropping frames right now?
That's going to be 15 yards.
No, I'm just behind on the stream manager. Okay,
now
we're
it's
good.
1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Ooh, look at that RPO. That is the most successful RPO I've ever seen in this video game.
That one goes for 13 yards and it moves the sticks. Now a first down carry by Bell. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for 14 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. Second and 5 now. Wilson.
Oh, Russell.
Down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Joe.
I don't know who I'm supposed to pull for.
You have no money in the... You have no dog in the fight, so NFC, I guess. Because why not?
Why not?
It's basically 5-on-5, so join us. And by us, I mean me. Because Adam would be AFC. But Adam's not one of the dogs in the fight because he's in the Super Bowl. So, join me.
Okay.
Third and long.
Adam, well done on the race today.
Thank you. Glad that you guys tuned in.
I'm trying to figure it out, but it's good to have in the background, you know.
Yeah, the guys who do the stream, they do a decent job, but it's definitely an amateur operator.
Sure, but I mean it's solid, dude. Like, I've seen a lot of amateur operations in my time.
Yeah, it's true. It's just helpful that I can send it to my parents, and they're like, "Why do you have all this in your apartment?" I'm like, "This is what I'm."
Yeah, I think the dude does a good job of explaining it to, like, casuals as well.
Yeah, like, he says that, like, in our Discord, like, he knows that most of the people are watching. It's not a random person. It's, like, someone's family or someone's...
This one fielded at the 5.
Did I lose him? Did we lose him? Did I lose him?
To the 26-yard line.
Lose who?
Oh, sorry, you cut out. I heard... It's not some random person watching, it's someone's cut.
Maybe my finger slipped off my push to talk.
Got it. It also could have been my end.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline.
But yeah, I mean, like, yeah, it was actually really, I don't know, I think it's really good from that standpoint, especially for the target audience. Like, I don't know much about racing. I've learned everything about racing from talking to you in the last couple months, and like that stream and any random ass races I've ended up watching because of talking to you. And like, that's it.
Nice.
So like, I think the way he broadcasts is super interesting, because it's like, there's definitely the parts it's like, oh, if I knew this better, I would understand what he means by that. And there's the other parts that are like, oh, thank you for explaining that to me.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy, and he does a good job of explaining shit like that.
And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That throw good for only a couple.
I think he's planning on broadcasting the endurance race next weekend, so that should be fun.
Nice. Yeah, you'll have to let me know what the time frame is on that, and I'll have to get an estimated time frame for a Super Bowl broadcast. Because right now I have no idea what that's going to be.
Yeah, I'll let you know. I think they have the schedule. I just got to double. Hopefully I get... They're assigning teammates, so hopefully I get a good teammate.
Cool.
I'm definitely on the slower end, so I should get someone faster than me, which is...
Here's Jordan Berry now.
Hell yeah. Get your boy Mo Broughton or something.
I don't think I'm not slow enough to get someone that fast.
Oh, is it two-person teams?
Yeah, it's two drivers.
I see. Okay, well then get yourself like a, I don't know, Chris Herrera or something.
Yeah, it'll probably be someone who's like, I'm pretty close to the like dead middle, so I'll just get someone a little bit above.
Points here, that could really put him in command before intermission.
Nice,
well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL.
So Christian Perez will get stuck with someone who just got awful.
So how have we seen him
take that, Christian Perez.
Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Derrick Henry finally gets a shot and gets swallowed in the backfield.
It's my boy.
The pitch came out and looked really weird.
All pitches do on this engine.
The better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The numbers for the NFC on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Play action. Now Wilson. It's caught. Jones.
Oh, goodness. Is he that fast? Turns out he's that fast.
Touchdown NFC.
Holy cannoli.
That boy's like 31 years old.
And the NFC adds on to their lead.
No one can catch that old man.
Right there, CD. It's a Pro Bowl. Give us some of these long touchdowns.
We want plays that cover a lot of ground.
Who was that?
We want long distance plays.
Julio Jones of Preston's New Orleans Saints.
Big plays are what we're all looking for.
being kept pace with by Kenny Galladay of Jacobs 49ers.
Lambo to add on the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
I think the thing I hate about these jerseys the most is how hard it is to read the names on the jerseys. Because the gold jerseys have gold lettering for the names, and the black jerseys have like, the black or is it black or is it navy?
You're asking the wrong guy.
Yeah, that's a good point. Whatever it is, it has that same color as lettering on that jersey. It's miserable.
This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
That's black. That's a black jersey and black lettering.
Back into place out there. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
The silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Yeah, something to get in the ball. We'll see if they can do it. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. To throw again on 2nd down. Brady, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find O.J.
Tom getting overwhelmed. Boy.
The AFC thus far on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. He gets it to Cooks. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 18 yards and a 1st down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. On 2nd down, here's Mixon.
Oh, he gone.
Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for the touchdown. Joe Mixon, 47 yards. As they are now on the board here in the 1st half.
All right. Hopefully this game will continue being absurdly offensive.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
I wonder if they crank up the sliders for the Pro Bowl to make the defense like give no effort at all.
I don't know. I assume not. I assume the fact that there are that many people that could never be kept on the same team under a salary cap is enough to make it happen.
Yeah.
But that wouldn't shock me if they like just dropped the defensive effort somehow. I think that's a great idea for a simulation game. I don't know that EA puts in that effort. That's my point.
The touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This fielded at the 2.
Yeah. Plus, like, if you're playing Madden and you want to actually like have a game with all the best players, this be the only way to do it.
Right.
Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now.
If DJ Moore didn't just run that straight out of bounds, I really thought he was going to take that back to the house.
No interception so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they feel really good about how they're playing. I think he expects it to at least
Derek.
another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field.
Here he goes.
He wants that type of celebration.
MVP.
So based on how this is going, I'm starting to think that maybe I should just leave Derek as the power back in the next half and then put Aaron Jones at regular and 3rd down back. Since Derek doesn't really get the ball anyway.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
Would be an appropriate way to feature all of them.
The numbers for the NFC on third down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing is Wilson. A screen to Bell. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He loses 4.
I'll be right back.
And it brings up 4th. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And we move to spotlighting Brandon Cooks. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the 2nd quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing now is Brady. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun to give to Mixon. Oh, and now he bowls him over. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle.
Did I miss anything? Doesn't look like I did.
As he's brought down. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Working from the gun, it's Brady.
Right, in that case, I'll wait for this. Incomplete.
What were those exclamation points?
Oh, that's, I don't remember if it's the quarterback or the offensive line, but one of the superstar abilities of one of those 2 positions, might be on both, is to read when a non-defensive lineman is blitzing.
Gotcha. That lines up with what it looked like.
Yeah, so when it's, you know, exclamation points over non-defensive lineman, it means there's a superstar ability that is reading the blitz effectively. Ooh, Darryl.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the NFC will take over deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. On 2nd down, it's Bell. Oh, what a move. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? They'll try to run for the first one.
Oh, no.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that's going to make it 4th down. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
On is the punt team now as this
I love
one
that Joe's
away.
punter made the Pro Bowl after he
at the
tried to fire him mid-tournament.
A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance.
He's a turnaround story.
Real comes from behind.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up?
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Look at that. You can't see anyone's name. The light has to hit it appropriately for you to read Mixon there.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the
Did that look better in real life?
No, it looked awful in real life too.
Now it's Brady. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no
The fact that Madden was able to capture the fact that you could only read a name when the light hit it is actually pretty impressive.
Throwing again. Brady.
Oh, that's a pick.
Intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston.
Trey Boston of the Carolina Panthers. That's Sprite's team. Let's go, Sprite. It's one of your only representatives.
And a quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Here's Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken
Good
down.
boy.
How about the safety, Minka Fitzpatrick, swooping in for the sack?
Representative from Collins' team, Minka Fitzpatrick, making the play there.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
I got to call out Colin and Sprite's players for making plays because I don't think they have any offensive players.
Here's Britton Colquitt now. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Yeah, but they tried real hard.
They did. I mean, Sprite's team even won a game.
We'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Here comes Tom Brady and the Patriot offense back onto the field. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks and no touchdown passes yet either.
Tom is not feeling like Tommy TVs right now. Let me tell you.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. And Santos has got it complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Here's Brady to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the
The
NFL?
AFC putting up some points before half would be very nice for my financial interests. Let me tell you.
In important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Brady now on first down. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They'll give him a yard on the play. And that'll
Bobby
bring up
Wags
second
don't take
down.
shit from a you-know-what. What? Hit the ground, ball.
Away and incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And it'll bring up third down.
We have fun.
Watching the replay was fun.
From the midfield stripe.
So I got my live on my right and my, what the stream hits on the left. So instant replay is kind of a thing for me, sort of.
And he'll go down, but not before
It was
he
entertaining.
inside the 30. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On first and 10, here's Brady. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after
Take
a
that,
gain of
Wegos
3.
receiver.
Now the AFC going to take
Slam to the
a timeout.
ground.
It's their
You ain't a
second
Gibby boy.
as they stop it
Get
here
off
with
the
just under
stand.
40 ticks to go in this first half. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Mackenzie
Who dat?
Alexander with a pick.
Alexander, that is one of Joe's boys.
4-yard line.
That's right.
So that's
Let's go.
back-to-back drives
Vikings.
with thrown an interception.
What is it?
Well, here
Hashtag
we
skull?
look at the
That's a
offense
thing?
and say, what's going on with your
Yeah.
scheme?
They like that cheap
Maybe we should
vodka.
look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Minneapolis needed a win.
Very true.
Yeah.
Fuck. Too real.
Derrick Henry
How's everyone's
drops back out there and gets
apartments
ready to
doing?
go. A good job in the
I mean, I
passing
think
game. Decent job in the
I
running
don't
game,
want to
but
speak
really
for
they've been
Adam,
more
but mine's
effective
fine. I'm,
through the air.
I'm
We'll see if that shifts
3-4
at all
miles
as this
from where
goes
that's
on.
happening.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in
Yeah,
reverse.
Wicker's pretty quiet. I saw a couple protesters out and about, but
Hoping to set up the run.
I mean, I can hear there's a helicopter hovering, but I think they're over the highway or something.
Got it in the reverse,
Yeah, that's
however.
more than I've got. Like, I think I've heard a couple, like, squad cars driving by, and that's about it.
Keep it on the ground again here. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. So we are at halftime of the 2020 Pro Bowl with the NFC on top. As we'll send you across town to our studios here in
Halftime?
Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports.
All right, cool.
halftime
We can
report.
rotate the
All
roster.
right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back
For
to
the
you
NFC
and
team.
Charles in a minute, but first, time to give the folks at home a look
Do
at what's
you
going
guys
on
think I should
around
rotate the defense?
NFL.
Yes, no.
In our game has been Russell Wilson, who
I
was
have no
Whatever's
clue what that
easiest.
is. Don't even know what that means.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's
Giving
too
a shit.
concerned about integrity here.
I don't know, man. There's suddenly money on the game, so now it matters. I figured I would like go through, and if there were defensive players that were not starting, I would move them in, but otherwise would not do things. Oh shoot!
Both teams appear ready for the
How did that
final
happen?
hand, and we
All
resume
right, give it a
action
sec.
here in quarter number
Next time I
3.
can pause, I will pause.
This one taken from the 7.
There it is.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
What the heck?
Brady leads the
I
offense
did
out
sim
for
a
their
quarter,
next
and then I hit
possession.
back
And
when it
he's
said
looking to
like,
take
"What do you
much
want to do
better care of
next?"
the football here in
As if
half
I
two
would
after
play.
3 first-half interceptions.
What the fuck?
Start it all over.
Start it over. I mean, I guess we can just let it run, but
Here, you know what else happens to a team when you turn it over
I'm
3
just
times
genuinely
like that?
curious what the hell this means.
And it erodes confidence in the offense.
Isn't the whole point of like only sending a quarter is that you would want to play the third quarter, right? So like, if I were a, you know,
Here's a good way to kick off a drive complete
a normal ass player that wanted to do this,
down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
this is kind of bonkers.
Hey, hang in there. It's been a long season.
I mean, again, this game doesn't really matter, but I'm like actually like confounded.
The big play
That's
to
not
start
probably
him
the right
out.
word,
Has him at
but-
the 45.
Sure.
How about now? We're calling plays now? No. We sure aren't. I can challenge the play, but I cannot change the depth chart or super sim. Alright. That's something else. I guess we're continuing watching.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
What about now while it's in a... Nope, I'm still fucked. Okay.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Wow. Thanks, Madden.
You're gonna get a talking to by the league on this one.
Definitely. No Pro Bowls ever again. He's changed everything.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
On play action, it's Brady. It's caught by Sanders. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And that's complete to Sanders. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw, it's Brady. Yeah, he will score. Touchdown, AFC.
An exciting little end zone corner thing. Attaboy, Sterling Shepard. Of WeGo's Jacksonville Jaguars.
Here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's
The proud winner of the Seminoles, I think.
Sometimes that binds you up so much that you try
He beat Conair, right?
get the score. A perfect
Anyone?
combination of urgency.
Couldn't tell you.
Relaxed enough to get it done.
Yes, WeGo did win the Seminoles over Connor.
It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it ends with an AFC touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the NFC heading out for their first drive of the 2nd half. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here.
Let's see now. Calling a play. Superstar. Oh my God. All right. Well, maybe the 4th quarter will bring change. They had us in the 1st half. Not gonna lie.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll run it again with Henry. On 3rd down, Henry. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot. And on that play, they were able to stop him short of a 1st down.
Here's Britton Colquitt now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The spotlight now focuses on the quarterback, and that's Tom Brady. And I guess right now, as we look at some of his struggles today, the term next play really applies here.
He has thrown 3 interceptions, hasn't he? All right, this game is busted.
On that because that's where his head needs to be. Exactly what you said.
I'm tilted out of 10.
What's the problem? I still have no clue.
So, I've been doing slow sim in the franchise mode, but like quarter by quarter. So in that time, I should be able to pause. Wait. Holy fuck. That actually answered my question, didn't it?
Aha! The rubber ducky debugging.
Am I able to break out of the slow sim? That's the question. So the problem is that I'm like locked into the slow sim mode. Ooh, it's not working. And so I can't like mess with the depth chart, which would help me rotate players.
Routes. If you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
No gain on the play. It'll be
yeah, the normal buttons that would help this are not doing shit. It was a good idea, but here we are.
And this is Shepard on the catch. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A gain of 13. It's a first down. From midfield, here's Brady. He finds his running back, Mixon. And just 1 yard.
He's lucky he didn't fumble that one.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Brady to Shepard, complete over the middle.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Brady now to throw to Mixon on the check down. And he's got this down to the 35. And this will move the sticks yet again as the tackle's going to be made.
According to Reddit, Milwaukee Avenue by me is getting looted. I can't really hear anything other than the helicopter.
Shit. Well, good luck, man. Stay safe.
Well, yeah.
Good thing you're upstairs.
There's a couple of Foot Lockers and stuff over there that are probably a target.
Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. A draw play for Mixon. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On first down, Mixon. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That gain of 15 gets him
if the AFC score here, there's going to be a big old conspiracy about not rotating the teams, despite the fact that the active team is the one that ran it up 21-0 at one point.
I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Not actually, but you know. Narrative.
They'll give it to Mixon. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. He's going to get it running right. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
It's easy work, and it's coming again. When he hit.
Brady now on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but
Ooh,
it's
great defensive
incomplete.
effort there by, is that Trey Boston?
So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage
Defensive
of this
MVP so
drive,
far.
this close to
Yeah,
the goal
for real.
line,
He's
3
got
points would
one
be a
INT
letdown.
and one
I'm
pass
going for
breakup.
it here.
It is Trey Boston.
Big one.
Had a boy Sprite.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3.
Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the NFC offense set to take over again. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key?
How did
to this
Aaron
drive?
Jones get the feature out here? He hasn't seen the field once yet.
You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now that battle, that was won right up front.
And we're used to seeing those battles right up front, but we're used to seeing a lot of defensive tackles or more run stuffers and just play the spot where they are. How about these dancing bears we see nowadays that win the battle and then go upfield looking for runners?
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
All right, will they let me rotate the rosters
So
here?
they'll get
Yes,
a little
no.
extra time to come up with his 3rd
No.
down play
No.
as we play
Jeff
3
says no.
quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The number
Oh my God, there was no stoppage.
for the
What
NFC on
the
3rd
heck?
down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is
That's
3rd
absurd.
and 7.
This game's taking a mind of its own.
Down, it's Wilson.
All right, well,
Able to find
I'm over it.
Miller. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch.
I have a hard time believing Tom is that upset about a Pro Bowl.
It's Bell. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. They'll go again with Bell. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. The numbers for the NFC on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Wilson. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete.
Big first down.
And that's going
I'll
to
be right
move
back.
the sticks again here as the tackle's made at the AFC's 36.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Wilson to throw again. Open man is Galladay, complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. So they need 6 yards here on third down. They're 2 for 2 on third down tries so far on this drive. It's caught. Jones. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And that's going to move the sticks again here as the tackle's made at the AFC's 20-yard line.
Just went outside and poked my head around. Saw a good amount of squad cars going around.
Yikes.
Yeah, looked like a bunch of them were going through the intersection at Division and Ashland and then Division and Damon.
I just came back. Did I miss a question for myself?
The linebacker CJ Mosley in on the stop.
Maybe not.
No.
All right, cool. Good talk.
Again, it's Henry.
It's not always about you.
That's fine. Ah, God. There's no good response for that sentence.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. He will push his way down to about the 14. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And Lambo will put this one through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3.
Let's go, Vikings kicker.
Perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they
I can't even remember who I picked.
Clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not
Josh Lambo.
Okay, being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The AFC offense making their way back out. And one thing you'd like to see in a Pro Bowl, a competitive contest. We've got that just like the last 2 seasons. A 1-score game as we play here in the 4th.
What I'd love to know, what's the discussion on the sidelines of both teams right now? Because, you know, it's an exhibition-type game. But as you said, as competitive as it is now, these guys are going to want to win. There may be some guys who sub some guys out, trying to get back on the field and try to help their team win down the stretch.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brady out to the right here to Shepard. 23 yards the pickup there. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Throwing on first down is Brady. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now
AFC
30
driving
yards between those last 2 plays.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Mixon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. once again, they run with Mixon. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Brady going to try and throw on third down. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Another try from Mixon. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease anywhere.
And that is caught for an AFC touchdown.
Oh, snap.
Emmanuel Sanders there to make the grab.
What's happening?
As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter.
Probably do it.
Point. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with an AFC touchdown. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And now let's discuss Julio Jones. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that,
it's a nice day for Julio.
In other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen
Big
that
time.
have a big game like this?
There was that one huge catch, right?
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big
Oh
games as well.
my.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Bell. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters,
It's going to be a close one.
oh, you're eager.
I'm down to the wire here.
I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter,
Indeed.
you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's
Sick
not a guy they
boy.
want to see consistently.
Jefferson got juked out of his shoes.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll run it with Bell. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's the NFC with the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a draw play. This is Bell.
Ooh.
A broken tackle on the run, and then just on the other side of midfield they get to it. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He'll get this one to Galladay. And that's going to move the sticks again here as the tackle's made at the AFC's 35.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Wilson now 15 out of 17 through the air, only 2 incompletions. It's first down. Throwing now is Wilson. Completes it to Jason Witten. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with a minute 6 left to go in the game. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play.
I mean,
for
I would
2
hope an
yards
all-star
on first
kicker could
down.
make this field goal.
Derrick Henry. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their 2nd as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. Now the AFC
Oh man,
going to
this
use
is
their
actually going to get
final
weird.
timeout of the half.
This is going to be a field goal and then a whole minute for a drive.
To go now in the football game. So on now is the kicker, Josh Lambo. This to take the lead here in the final minute.
No bobbles. That's a pure kick from Josh Lambo.
And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Tom Brady in the offense. Down 27-24, 54 seconds to go. They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw, Brady. And his throw here is incomplete.
Yikes, Brady.
They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, but it'll be 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Dumps it off to Mixon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on 4th. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds
Well, there it
remaining
is.
now.
One knee to win it all. Congrats to Russ and the boys.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
We did it.
Let's go, NFC. I don't know. It doesn't really, moral victory,
We had
whatever.
some fun, didn't we?
It was cool.
A lot
I enjoyed
of
it.
excitement,
It was a
some
fun
big
little,
plays to watch, a lot of those great matchups
little
that we
mix
don't
up
get
the
to see
mix
during the regular
from our
season
normal
because sometimes
games that
teams
actually
don't play
matter.
against each other. And oh, by the way, no one got hurt. There's the win for everyone. I think the fans enjoyed this one.
So that'll do it.
AFC actually put up a way better offense. It's just those 3 interceptions really took them down. So I guess this is a W for the NFC defense particularly.
Oh, ominous to hear the police sirens in the background.
Yeah, sorry about that. The window's open. Well, anyway. Congrats to the NFC, I guess. Julio had a hell of a game. And 3 interceptions made the difference. All from user teams. Nope, True Fonts, not Falcons were not a user team. So Sprite and Joe, thanks for the W. Yeah. So next week, Super Bowl, gonna be good. I'm excited for it. Got a lot of content in the works, not quite yet tracked, but we'll see if we can fix that this coming week. So we'll figure out the timing on that. Might be earlier or later in the day, depending on scheduling and such, and how much time we expect it to take. But join us next week for our Super Bowl. Chargers, Titans, Adam, Crayon. Gonna be good. Don't want to miss it. Adios. Stay safe. Don't get beat down by cops.